I was still at drama school, you know, at Bristol Old Vic, and kind of doing my classical training, and thought I'd go into theatre immediately, and wasn't sure about it. Was a little bit apprehensive about playing such a sort of sexually based character, I suppose. But you know, it was with the rest of the writing and the context of the show, and the fact that Howard wrote characters that weren't sort of, you know, just one-dimensional. You really, yeah, that's on the surface. She is a sort of a sexy, direct kind of girl, but then, you know, you sort of delve into the character and realise that she's a lot sort of, there's a lot more to her. And as an actress, that was quite a kind of exciting challenge, really. Especially series 2, like he's written amazing storylines, and it's been brilliant. So at the beginning of series 1 and this series as well, what was really nice is that we'd have like a day of kind of working on the scripts and reading through the script with Howard, and you know, if something didn't quite work or fit with the character, you know, he'd work to change that so that it, you know, so that it felt better, and which was really nice. We were really lucky that we had that opportunity with him. We had to do a couple of kind of interview situations with Howard, and he was sort of saying, so any requests? Some less inappropriate sexual things to do on screen. I think my friends thought it was all hilarious. Everyone knew I was going to be doing it because, you know, like my parents knew, because I was, you know, when I was contemplating taking the part, I was like, Mum, I'm going to be having to do this. And they were like, you know, you're an actress, it's part of it, you know. No, you know, it was, it's been quite nice this series round, because as the character develops, you know, I mean, that whole kind of thing with my characters is a massive front in terms of who she is, and as she develops, you kind of see the person really, and I can't really say too much about it, but she sort of moves away from that massively and becomes more serious about things. So it was nice. It was it was actually quite nerve-wracking in a way, because the series 2 picks up at exactly where we left off in series 1. And it was a little bit like, oh, you want to make sure that the continuity of the character, apart from anything else, is right. You know, you've had a whole massive gap in between. And when you're doing it, you know, it's just it's a big kind of journey and a flow, and you know, you really get settled in. So I kind of, I was nervous about slotting in exactly the right level, and I think it was you know, and it was, as soon as we got on set on the first day, it was like, I know it's all coming back. It's absolutely fine. We're all here, you know, and it was fine. Just massive development with the characters and storylines, and sort of big storylines running all the way through, rather than last time when you know, the characters are being introduced, sort of each character had their own episode really. That's not really so much the case. It's just, you know, the story starts and it's a lot bigger, a lot of drama, gets very, very dark. Our characters, I'd say there's a lot of kind of our characters kind of learning to harness their powers and coming to terms with their powers, and it's a lot of fun.